Now today, I'm sorry we have to talk about this one, but it's huge. A seismic shift just hit the beauty world. And you need to be sitting down for this next clip because this is from the new FDA commissioner. Let's listen.
There may be no other medication in the history of modern medicine that can improve the health outcomes of women on a population level than hormone replacement therapy when started within 10 years from the onset of perimenopause.
Now here it comes. Make sure you're sitting down right now. Listen up.
Maybe with some rare exceptions, I might cite antibiotics as one of those exceptions.
And if you've ever shared one of my videos with your girlfriends, with your family, this is the one.
No clinical trial has ever shown that hormone replacement therapy for perimenopausal women increases the likelihood of dying of breast cancer.
In my practice, I'm often asked about skin thinning. And the truth is, yes, your skin just got thinner and it wasn't just aging. Just aging. That's what people say. I'm just aging. No, it's not. It's hormones. And this huge change today, it came from the FDA. Antibiotics saved the world. Imagine equating this. Let me read that to you one more time. It's that important. The FDA commissioner, there may be no medication that improves women's health outcomes more than HRT, except maybe antibiotics. I'm breaking down today exactly what you need to know and do based on this new statement. We've got a generation of women suffering in silence, feeling dismissed, confused, or afraid because of how this topic has been handled. And I'm adding to this how many were gaslit. This from the Principal Deputy Commissioner, Dr. Sarah Brenner, who moderated this important session. Now let me also read this to you, exactly what came out before we move on. The FDA panel recommends removing the black box warning on menopause hormone therapy. Yes, the black box warning. On July 17, 2025, an FDA expert panel endorsed removing the strongest type of warning you can get, the black box warning, from hormone replacement, including bioidentical hormones and low-dose vaginal estrogens, things we talk about on this channel all the time. They emphasize that this warning, here it is, has discouraged many women from accessing treatments that may reduce the risk of heart attacks and bone fractures. Well, it's not may, we know it is, but they have to word it may. I understand they're walking it back and you got to walk back gently, but there's more. And here it is. We talk about the Women's Health Initiative study here a lot, but here's what they said. Since the 2002 Women's Health Initiative, that's how long ago it was, 2002, hormone replacement therapy was broadly flagged for increased risks. Which ones? They outline these. This is what they were fearful of: strokes, breast cancer, blood clots, and dementia. But the panel stressed today's low-dose localized hormones are not the same risk category. That's how they worded it. They urged updating warning labels to reflect current evidence.
The incredible health benefits of hormone replacement therapy described by the experts at the FDA expert panel just recently have been in the bucket of things in modern medicine that have been underappreciated, underrecognized, and underfunded, probably because it deals with women's health, and that it is something that needs to come to the surface. Every woman needs to know about the real data on this topic and not follow dogma for dogma's sake.
Yes, it's a little behind, but better late than never. So I'm absolutely ecstatic that we can actually now finally have this conversation without being dismissed, discredited, or sidelined by the very medical system, of course, that's meant to protect us. Because this isn't just your skin or your bones or your fat pads. You see, this video today is about your future, your health, your entire quality of life. And you have been misled for far too long, against the science. I know we talk about it here on this channel, but very few people actually watch this channel in the big scheme of things. In fact, over 90% of women do not know the things we talk about here. And it's sad. I'm sorry for every woman who lived through the gaslighting, who was told it's just stress while she silently dealt with memory fog, loose skin, poor sleep, weight gain, emotional numbness. It goes on. Things like frozen shoulder. I did a video about a year ago, and in passing I said, oh, and frozen shoulder in conjunction with a hormone video. And I got all the comments. What are you talking about, Doc? I got frozen shoulder. What's that have to do with hormones? I said, didn't you know it's one of the things that happens? How many women have had frozen shoulder, gone in to have surgery or more when really it was due to hormones? Nobody told them. And there's many more examples like that because I've seen it firsthand in my practice. You come in for your skin, and I know it's more than just lines. It's not vanity. It's a deep internal shift, and you weren't making it up. Because here's the truth. When you lose your hormones, you don't just lose estrogen, you lose collagen, you lose serotonin, you lose sleep, you lose your edge. Let me repeat that. Let me say it again. You lose your edge. How many of you out there can relate to that right now? I personally have lost my edge before. Not from hormones, but I know how crushing losing one's edge is. You crescendo down. And what's worse, here it is. One symptom, you know this, you guys are going to say, yeah, you relate to this. One symptom makes the next one worse. Can't sleep? Then you're anxious. You're anxious? Your skin looks dull. You have brain fog? Now you feel ashamed. That's the crescendo, and it goes down.
Hormone replacement therapy for perimenopausal women, how it alleviates hot flashes and night sweats and helps with mood swings and better sleep quality.
Now back for a second to the black box warning, because you're going to know of the same warning for Botox. Many of you are aware of that. Yeah, it's the same type of warning they had on bioidentical hormone replacement therapy as they have on Botox. So, are you upset for missing all those years? You should be, and I'll tell you exactly why today and what to do. Let's break it down Rajani style. In 2002, the Women's Health Initiative that they referenced was a published study linking hormone replacement therapy to breast cancer. It wasn't even completed, so they didn't even complete that study. It was stopped early. And most critically, the women studied were older, meaning their average age was 63, the average age.
No clinical trial has ever shown that hormone replacement therapy for perimenopausal women increases the likelihood of dying of breast cancer.
What's the age of menopause? It seems to me it's younger and younger, but it's around 46 to 52 when most people start noticing signs of perimenopause. Suffice it to say, many in the study were a decade, 10 years, past menopause. But the headlines didn't even mention that. They just said, hormones cause cancer. The newspaper headlines, and you can go back and look at them, that's what they said. They were very dramatic and bombastic, and women were fearful. So the fact here, that one flawed study led to a 90% drop in hormone replacement therapy use. Women flushed their estrogen pills down the toilet. Doctors, like me, stopped prescribing it. I was one of those doctors, but only for a short few years initially. As you know, by 2010, a group of us further dissected the data from that study, and at the same time, bioidentical hormone replacement therapy was growing in popularity, and the truth came out. My patients knew the nuances of the study and how to apply it, but most didn't. The damage was done. Medical students stopped learning about it. Professional societies that govern doctors like myself and boards, you know how you're looking for double, triple board certified, those boards, they drew the line and condemned it. And that cascade has lasted for 2 decades. Now, if you're a conspiracist here, and I'm not for the most part, but Viagra came out right around the same time for men. More on that complete story another day, but Viagra, sildenafil, was approved by the FDA in March of '98 for erectile dysfunction. And bioidentical hormone replacement therapy was stopped around 2002. That's when that Women's Health Initiative study results were released. Think of the repercussions for your family doctor managing that one. Back when the entire family would see the same doctor, one taking Viagra now, and one coming off of all their hormones. That was a problem. The result? A generation of women suffered. Skin, what we're focused on this channel, lost its structure. You see, estrogen is directly tied to collagen and elastin production. After menopause, women lose up to 30% of their skin collagen in the first 5 years. Remember, the women studied were 10 years past menopause. Sleep was disrupted. You see, estrogen modulates melatonin and circadian rhythms.
How it alleviates hot flashes and night sweats and helps with mood swings and better sleep quality.
Cognition declined. Estrogen receptors exist in the hippocampus of the brain. That's the memory center.
And it may prevent Alzheimer's, reduces the risk of cognitive decline by up to 64%.
Bone fractures, they spiked. You see, estrogen protects your bone, but osteoporosis became normalized when it didn't need to be.
Hormone replacement therapy reduces osteoporosis risk and the risk of bone fractures, cutting that risk in half.
Worse yet, the DEXA scan that I all recommend people get, even after the age of 40, it was delayed. People often weren't reimbursed to get that type of a scan that assesses your bone until it was way too late, after the age of 65 in many cases. And here's a key one that I've harped on forever. Heart disease increased.
But look at the studies on the long-term health benefits, cutting the risk of heart attacks in half.
You see, estrogen protects the arteries. Post-menopause, heart attack risks go what? Up. What's the number one killer of women? It's not breast cancer, it's heart disease. And yet women were told, take an antidepressant. That one kills me. Use a sleeping pill. Try some retinol. Band-Aids, never the root cause. We now have large reviews and long-term data showing that, number one, hormone replacement therapy reduces the risk of fatal heart attacks by up to 50%. And as I said, heart attack and heart disease is the number one killer of women. Number two, hormone replacement therapy reduces the risk of osteoporotic fractures by, again, 50%.
Reduces osteoporosis risk and the risk of bone fractures, cutting that risk in half.
Osteoporosis is a silent killer. And remember I said you lose your edge when estrogen declines? Well, bone is everything to a vibrant, youthful, active woman with her edge. Number three, it reduces the risk of Alzheimer's and cognitive decline by 60%.
And it may prevent Alzheimer's, reduces the risk of cognitive decline by up to 64%.
It's at least, at a minimum, hugely protective. We can say that against memory loss and Alzheimer's. How many women come off or came off at that time of their hormone replacement therapy? One of the things they always told me, Doc, I can live with the hot flashes and everything else. Maybe I'm not as sexually active as I once was. All those things. But my mind, I can't live with my mind. When they came off of it, certainly memory was part of what they lost. Number four, hormone replacement therapy reduces skin thinning and wrinkling by increasing dermal collagen density. We talked that. Number five, it improves your mood, energy, and metabolic health. Number six, through another 20, I could go on about esoteric things that aren't so esoteric, maybe you'll tell me, things like frozen shoulder. You can add yours to the comments below and we'll make up a list. It'll be 20 plus. But most importantly, no clinical trial has ever shown that hormone replacement therapy increases cancer mortality. That's the part you weren't told, because that's what we care about. Mortality means you die. So no trials ever showed that, despite all the aforementioned benefits we just talked about.
No clinical trial has ever shown that hormone replacement therapy for perimenopausal women increases the likelihood of dying of breast cancer.
So pertinent to this channel and your skin and beauty, let's be honest, skin isn't just a beauty issue. It's a biomarker of internal health. Your skin tells a story. Collagen loss, dullness, crepiness, low wound healing, all linked to hormonal decline. Even the best skincare can't reverse what estrogen deficiency accelerates. But here's the great news. Hormone replacement therapy can help if started within 10 years of menopause. And no, you're not too old, but the earlier the better. We know that. What to do today? Well, with this, not all doctors are educated. Many still fear these outdated risks. You need to find and look for someone who understands bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, proper timing, and personalized protocols, because there are situations where we don't want to use this. Don't rely on a 20-year-old headline. Ask for lab testing. Ask about transdermal estradiol. Many of my patients love the pellets too. There's many forms, creams. Know that your skin, your sleep, your libido, your bones, your brain, they're not just aging, they're signaling a hormonal cliff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how the importance of good quality sleep is now being recognized as a central component to so many aspects of health.
To the women who suffered through this in silence, I see you. To those still afraid, there's hope. And to those who are just entering this season of life, just entering perimenopause, you now have the truth. I've been saying this for years. A group of us, in fact, have been saying this, albeit a small group. Now it's time for the rest of the world to catch up. I did make a complete video, a complete guide to hormone replacement therapy. I'm going to link it in the comments section and the more info section. You're going to want to share this video and this one here. Only 400,000 women to date have watched this video. Share it. Let's make it go viral. Stay tuned here. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.